Good evening. We are live from one of the world's most beautiful. It's roll. And of course, we fight. And that's the opening bell, round one. Missing with that jab. And he scores with the counter. Well done with that counter shot. Misses with the straight left. Ronda Rousey once told me when she gets into a fight, her mentality was minimum effort, maximum efficiency.
A win is not just a win for some fighters. They need to feel the blood, the crunch. They need to get that win.
That counter punch caught him clean. This is some of the best action I've seen in any round, anywhere this year. Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
You couldn't write a script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. Two fighters are made for one another. Catch and shoot. Nice counter shot. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Let's talk about Edgar Berlanga in that last round. That was almost a 10. There's the bell for round two. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Beautiful counter shot. If you're a counter puncher, then basically you do the counter attack. You let them get their punch off first, and then you answer in kind.
Counter punch is my favorite kind of fighter. A good counter puncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
A perfect counter lands. That counter shot lands. This is a high-octane battle. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Solid punch. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. The jab doesn't quite connect. Beautiful counter punch. So much for being a good sport here, they're going to taunt. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Edgar Berlanga in that last round. Well, there was no doubt. Here we go in round three. Who's going to land the first big shot? That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down. Good
counter punching. he wasn't ready for that counter punch. How about that time counter shot? Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Carries that jab away. We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Can't land that jab. This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
Middleweight always gives us a class. If you've got two class middleweight fighters, you are in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, I would just say marvelous, but some fight.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Edgar Berlanga in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage. Back at it in round 4. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
You'd like to see more jabs. A perfect counter shot. Nice counter shot. Oh, what a punch. He threw a punch and just got countered. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour is a heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace. You can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. You know the amazing fights at a middleweight are ridiculous. That is what writes our history books.
This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Those counter punches have to hurt. One punch could change the entire complexion of this fight. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Edgar Berlanga in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far. Time for the 5th round. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
You've got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses. How do you deal with it?
Look back in the history books. Some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look right there, these guys are on it. Fast, sharp, powerful. It hurts, and you can imagine that being you. They're the size of an average man.
Good counter punch. Missing with the hook. Nice counter. Big exchange punches. They both want a knockout, you can tell. Which one of these athletes is going to say, I can't take it anymore? Punch, counter punch. That jab just missed with the left hand. Roy Jones Jr. in trouble. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Edgar Berlanga in that last round. There's the bell to start round 6. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
It's knockout or bust for both of these fighters. Swing and a miss with that jab. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. I think it's safe to say one of these fighters certainly has a significant speed advantage. You can tell who it is.
This can be so frustrating when you're under such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
They better start respecting each other's punching power. Oh, that punch. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Edgar Berlanga in that one. There's the bell to start round 7. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through it?
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
They blocked the left there. There's a counter shot. Both men step back for just a moment. Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
So you're getting in there with somebody that's so fast, you're prepared to take a licking because you've got to get some before you get them close.
Just missed with that jab. This is the kind of fight you expect from two world-class elite middleweights. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go.
arguable.
And they're back at it again here in round 8. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come up now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pointed areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skin them, go for speed.
Can you believe it? Roy Jones Jr. is on the back foot now. How did they survive that?
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Counter punch. The chosen one! Is he about to go down? Berlanga crumbles to the canvas. Everything looks better in slow motion. Let's take another look.
Where did that come from? What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Well, let's go back to the...